Well, hey everybody, welcome back to RC Mechanic Garage. Last time we looked at this truck, we went ahead and we mounted a winch in the front, right up in here, and I installed all the lights in the headlights, light bar here, lights in the rear, and I've been working on the electronics for that. That has been a little bit disappointing because this board right here, I don't know what I am doing wrong, but I've looked over the instructions like, I don't know, if I looked at it once, I looked at it 60 times, and the only thing I can get to work are these lights back here. I can't get the headlights to work at all. So let me show you how that's working right now. Alright, so we're just go ahead and turn the switch on. You can see these two center lights are on because I haven't turned the controller on yet. Alright, so now we have nothing, right? I go ahead and go forward. Those come on. That should be the stop lights. It does work. It's just not working right. I don't think it's working right. So what we're going to do in this video is, I think I am going to not use this right here, and I have another light controller coming for it, but by the end of this video should have all of this working. What we're going to do is see if we can get a winch controller to fit up in here. So what I bought was a wireless one. Okay, so what we have here is a wireless winch controller, which will require battery power the way in this present form. Okay, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Here's the controller itself, which I was kind of wondering where the heck I would put that. I wasn't, looking at the Rc4wd drive site, and I think I come up with a solution for that. We have a little lanyard for it right here, an extension wire, and this would be the remote. Alright, so since this is going to be for this truck here, I figure I will just attach it to the radio. Alright, so the only question is, where should I attach it? Should I, put it right here? That would be best. Here, over here, maybe right up there. I like to keep it with the truck, okay, since it's kind of specific to the truck. Or hey, I could put it right here, maybe like that. Maybe some servo tape. Why not? Alright, so that's not a big issue right now. The big issue is to see if that controller box, if it'll fit in there. So before I get too far ahead of myself, this is what I bought. It is part number Z as in zebra, dash E as in Edward, 0130. Alright, and it really wasn't all that. I thought it was going to be a whole lot more expensive, but it wasn't too bad. Okay, so let's see where we can put this. So a thought I had was, we have this blank spot right up in here, right? So I thought maybe if this will fit, let's see if it'll fit. We have plugs on each side, so I need to make sure I have access. But let's see if it'll fit first. And that looks like, well, that looks like it's supposed to be there, right? Okay, so, but where? Alright, I have a plug on the back side. If I slide it up on the back side right here, I have a plug back here. And this plug, like I say, is supposed to connect to a battery. So in the meantime, just temporary, just to get this going, I bought some Y connectors just to, you know, hook it up, see what's going on, right? So let's do that. And actually, because this right here is the winch wire, and this here is our extension for the winch wire, I may need to flip this around. Okay, I can put it upside down, I guess, like that. Sure, why not? Alright, let's go ahead and just, that's all plugged in. Put that back in there. Alright, we got plenty of rope right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that all hooked up. The way this is made, you don't really even have to have the truck on to run the winch, so because it gets the power direct from the battery, right? But I don't see why a person couldn't, well, could, but couldn't just get power from the auxiliary wire off of the receiver. Channel 5 it's supposed to be auxiliary. But for now, for this video, until I get my light controllers in, we're gonna make this thing work. So I hope everybody can see everything here. I have my temporary Y connector here, and I did pull the box out of the sweet spot up here. Plugged everything in. As you can see, I have a red light. There's an on-off switch on the back of this controller, which kind of hurts my original plan of just, you know, so maybe I'll just use a lanyard. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this controller on and see if we have some winch action here. It lights up, right? So let's see, here we go. Out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I actually had somebody message me telling me they did the same thing I did. I don't want to go much farther. I don't want it to loop all the way around and come up the top. So let's go back. Oh my gosh. Hey, that works really good. You know what? I think we need to winch something up just to make sure it works right. What do you think? That's what I thought too. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and let it out. What should we hook it to? Something good. Pair of scissors. Okay, so we have these here. Let's go in. Oh, look at that. Bringing it right up. I'd say it's working. I don't want to get stuck in there though. No, we just don't. How about if we do that? Okay. Alright, hey, that was cool. Really cool. Alright, so last thing before we move on to the lights that I'm waiting on controllers for, is I just want to show you one more thing. You probably already noticed, but just in case you didn't. Alright, so the winch works, waiting on a light controller, and like I said, before the end of this video, we're going to have them lights working. But there's one more thing I just want to show you before we move on to that part, because I made a change you know, I do this all the time. I do this. I make changes, I change my mind, call me crazy, I don't know. But I think you'll like it. Probably noticed that the wheels have all changed. I put these aluminum ones on. These are the originals right here, and I gotta tell you, if you needed to do some work on this, it's bad. Oh my gosh, you'll never get them off, you know? It's just like you're done on the trail and you got to go home and fix it, and that's like embarrassing. especially if you have parts for it, right? But this is your standard setup right here. They're beadlock, original tires still, but I think this is what it used to look like, right? And that's what it looks like now. I think that looks really good. And it's not really about looks, it's about function. And if I need to functionate and get my my truck apart so I can fix it, well, that's important, right? Okay, so next up on this video will be getting all these lights working. We're moving back on to the lights because I can't get this thing to work the way it's supposed to. And what I bought was this Tamiya. It's a light controller of sorts, and we'll see if we can make that work. Just cut this open or something. Alright, so this thing comes with a bunch of lights. I think they're all different colors, I don't know. But, alright, so what makes this thing unique is this. If I can get this all apart. Alright. They're labeled like channel 3, channel 1, channel 2, channel 1. There's ins and outs right here. Alright, so some will go in to the speed controller, some will go out. What this will do is it will control like a whole lot more than what I want to control here. This will actually do signal lights, brake lights, the whole bit, right? And there's a diagram, which is good because it didn't come with any kind of instruction. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Let's start with well, we're not going to use channel 1. Channel 3 will be channel 5 on this truck. Channel 2 be your going backwards one. Alright, so let's plug that in. Alright, so we have this all plugged in. Let me go ahead and get a battery so we can power it up. Okay, so now what we got going on here is these amber lights are on, these white lights are on, the blue lights are on, alright? And if I go ahead and activate it, the white lights stay on. I think that'll work just fine. We'll just substitute the blue with the red, right? Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Alright, so let me go ahead and hook that up and see what happens. I think we're nearing the end on the Miller Racing project. Thank goodness. Alright. So let's just recap what happened. I bought the lighting kit from Rc4wd drive. I am sure that it's probably fine. But me, being me, I just can't do these little teeny wires like this. I mean, that's smaller than Cat 5 strands, you know? And I had to like readjust and splice and things like that, and I don't have a wire stripper that goes small enough for this. And I really don't like using my teeth, because one time I got a strand of wire stuck between my teeth, went up into my gum. My God, did that hurt. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, winch is installed and it works. Okay. Light bar was changed out because I was a dummy. And the headlights are changed out because I was a dummy. Okay? So we got the dummy part all figured out. Only thing I'm using from the kit is the rear lights, which seem to work really good. So let's plug it in, turn it on. I'll show you what's up. Alright. I had everything working before, it didn't all work at the same time. There we go. Alright, so now we got the rear lights right here. Go forward. I'm leaving these flashing, okay? And they're flashing because I think that's just kind of neat. And then when you go in reverse, 2 center lights come on. And I like it like that. Alright. Headlights work just great. That light bar is super bright. Super bright. And now I can have them all on at the same time. The way I had it set up before, I could have either the headlights or the light bar. I couldn't have both. But now I can. I can have both. So all I need to do now is go ahead and get some wires tied up. Well, let me show you here the winch. Oops, wrong way. As you can see, the winch works. Okay. I may need to do something different behind there because if you pull it up too far, it wants to collapse this whole grill. So, yeah, that's something for another day. Okay, so what I got left to do is I've got wires to secure up here for this light bar and these wires, and I already took care of the wires in the receiver box. Pop this out. Alright, so all the wires are in here in this receiver box, and it is full. It is full. Okay, but I got some wires hanging down over here. Some of those little wires I was talking about are hanging down here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get all this secured and put the panels on, and we'll look at it again. Hold on. Well, there it is. One more off the list. Only, I don't want to count how many more. Alright, we got our lights working, winch is working, got the winch wired in to the power plug for the battery so it has power all the time. And I think the only thing we have left to do now is, well, when it starts getting dark again tomorrow, I think we should take it out. Find some things to climb over, run, you know, see if the lights will stay working. If that happens, we know we won. At least I know I won. Somebody won. Okay. Anyway, I'm really glad to have this thing back on its wheels again. Sitting here. And I gotta tell you, these rims right here, whoa. That, for me, that is so much better than what was on there. That and you know, taking these red rings right here and color them black like the 1-to-1 model, I think that was a great call. If you have any comments on this video so far, please leave them. There'll probably be more videos on this. I'll be more than glad to read them. If you miss out on any of the projects that I've been doing, just make sure you follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm RC_mechanic_garage. Facebook, I'm RC Mechanic Garage. Okay? So, either of those two places, that's the only thing I do. I do YouTube, I do those two, and that's it. So, If you have any questions on anything, or you want to follow along on any other projects I have going on that I have not posted up on YouTube yet, feel free to check out the pages, okay? And I'd appreciate it if you followed me on them. Leave comments there too. You know, you may want to go like, you know, because a lot of times I put pictures up of works in progress. So, at least lately, right? So I put pictures up of works in progress, and sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. And I gotta tell you, a lot of people in the RC community, or even people just getting into RC, have really good comments and really good suggestions. So yeah, feel free to do that. But anyway, I'm going to see you in a minute, and it'll be outside with the lights on. Well, what'd you think of that? I thought that looked really good. Just my opinion, okay? But I thought it looked really good. And we didn't try the winch out, but we know it works already. So, but the lights, I wanted to wait for it to get near dark, like it is right now. Actually, it was a little bit lighter where I filmed that. But I wanted to get like near dark before, you know, filming the end of this. So it took me about a week and a half to get there. But if you guys like what I did, you know what to do. Give me a like click, subscribe, leave a comment on anything. All right, and hopefully if you've gotten one of those kits from Rc4wd, you're a little better than I am. I just I don't do well with those really small wires, you know. So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and this is RC Mechanic Garage. I'll see you on the next project. It is build season after all. My yard is a sloppy ass mess. Thank you for watching.